Okay, so here we are at our first Wrangler Riders camp. We had some fun last night doing a meet and greet, cooking up some food this morning before we go and do our Trail Course 101 exercise and workshop, where we demonstrate the basics and fundamentals of trail riding. Very, very user friendly for the new Wrangler owner or someone who has not gone on the trails before. Great cabins, great place for tent camping and getting to know one another. So this is a really nice tight-knit family of off-highway vehicle enthusiasts, and we're getting close to getting ready to get on the trail. Thanks everyone for coming out to the first trail riding and camping event. The support from all of you has been outstanding. No group works without people that support it, and it's just been a massively welcome camaraderie between all the different user groups in this Jeep community. So thank you all for coming. A lot of our target market are people who have never taken their vehicle off the pavement before. So a lot of what we're doing right away in the beginning are the basics, and this is what the first basic course is going to be, just going through some of these basics. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to you guys.
Sure. Hi, my name is Rick Felbob. I'm the safety director coordinator for WOVA, and just go through safety on the trail. Number one thing is common sense. Don't stick your head underneath the tire when it's moving. That's a common sense thing. One of, like, when you're driving, thumbs up. Don't put them in.
All right.
So thank you.
I'm going to start with some of the stuff that's a really good idea to have, and a few things you definitely should. One of the first things I'll say about that is anything that is in your Jeep, make sure it is secured very well. You'd be surprised how much stuff will move around in the back of there, especially, not the trails we're running today, but you get into some aggressive trails and there's any chance of going over. One of the things, you definitely want to carry fluids with you, water, Powerade, stuff like that on ice. It's amazing how dehydrated you can get out there during the day. That's personal preference, whatever you want in there. The recovery gear. As you start getting to the point where you're going to be getting stuck, there's a lot of stuff you want to be carrying with you. One of the biggest ones that ties in with him and safety, something to throw over your winch cable when you are towing. A bag like this has pockets in it, meant to throw rocks or whatever in. You drop that over the winch cable. That way, if the cable does break, there's a better chance it's going to go down into the ground instead of swinging everywhere. If you're using a synthetic winch rope, there's a lot less of that risk because they don't retain the energy a steel cable does. So a lot of that depends on what kind of cable you're running. These are really handy, soft shackles. As opposed to a hard shackle, these can be used the same way. They go in, they lock tight, and you can easily release them back off. They're really handy to have in your bag.
Mike, you want to tell them about the screw in it?
A good recovery strap. Not a cheapie. You want a good strap because you don't want it breaking when you're putting a bunch of tension on it.
No hooks.
And no hooks. Yeah, the hooked ones, useless in the off-road world. You want the ones with the loops because you put the loop through the shackle, you're 100% contained, the strap isn't going anywhere. I don't have one yet, but another really good idea is the kinetic energy ropes. They make the recovery a lot smoother for both the vehicle pulling and the one getting pulled. Those are the ropes that will actually stretch. I think it's sometimes up to almost 1.5 to 2 times their own length. And it works like a big rubber band. You come to the end and it just pulls out the other vehicle without getting that abrupt jerk you get with a hard strap.
Here's a kinetic rope.
Huh? Oh yeah, he's got a kinetic rope right there. They are amazing. I don't have one in here yet.
Difference between a tree saver and a strap.
Yes.
Okay.
That was the next item up.
All right.
Yeah, these things are wonderful. They're spendy, but they work really well. Anytime you're winching, a tree saver, never ever put a winch cable around a tree, because the second you do that, you've killed that tree. Because the cable will cut right into the tree, break through the bark all the way around, kill the tree. Plus, it's a son of a gun to get your cable back out of the tree when you do that. Tree savers are not the same as a cheap recovery strap, little short one. The tree savers are wider. They're made to protect the tree. So you wrap this around the tree with a shackle, hook that to the other end of your winch cable, and the tree is fine.
So we're out here at Camp Sinawa going through the basic perimeter trails. There's quite a few rocks, gullies. It's a natural glacial esker, so there's lots of elevation changes. The scenery is just breathtaking. It is amazing out here, and you can crawl these woods all day long. It's just so much fun. And when you're with people who know what they're doing and they can guide you on what your vehicle's capable of and create dialogue to ask questions so that you can become a better driver on the trails and get to understand what your vehicle is capable of. It makes you a safer driver. It makes you a more informed trail user. And going through these types of things is an essential part of learning correct practices and procedures for going out on the trail.
Just come forward about 6 inches. This will move a little, so you're okay. A little bit more. You're good, right there. E-brake. Go driver a little bit, right there. Yep. You got about 18 inches yet. Tires on rod. Just come straight up, just like that. Yep. We'll stop. Stop right there.
So some of the trails that we're on, we're always constantly looking at bettering the trails, doing preservation of the environment in which we recreate. And when you bring enough vehicles over a trail, it requires maintenance. A lot of the things that we fund are the maintenance of the trails and the educational facilities that we use. So as we get more mud, these are hard bottom trails, but we will eventually replace a lot of the areas where we don't want mud with rock areas to crawl and further our ability to instruct and educate people how to correctly do this stuff. So Austin, what happened here, buddy?
Let's not talk about that. Leave it to the XJ guy within 5 minutes of showing up.
Well, we know who that guy is this weekend.
But with teamwork, we'll have it taken care of in no time.